Welcome back to another episode of NifL. Peyton Manning gets drafted by the Chargers. As you can see, Peyton is no longer in a Chargers uniform. After a contract extension, we went on and signed a 4-year deal with the Detroit Lions. And after reaching the NFC Championship twice, we could not reach an agreement, and therefore we have just signed a 1-year deal with the Falcons. Peyton's getting up there in age. He's 34 years old this season, and according to Madden, that is like way past his prime, because we're only getting 1-year deal offers. And thus far in his career, Peyton has yet to get the MVP title or win a Super Bowl. So we're nearing the end here, and all we can do is hope for the best. I want to play the moments for this first season game with the Falcons. Just curious of how he'll look and feel in the game. Alright, so here we are. First game of the season. Peyton on the Falcons, and we'll just simulate and see how we do here. We keep getting the ball, but don't do anything with it. But we're in the red zone now, and we score, which is good. And we let up a field goal, but that's fine. See if we can maintain this lead heading into the half. 2-minute drill. Let's get some points. Turn it over, I suppose. They get another field goal, but we have the ball. And nothing happens. We maintain the lead, however, into the second half. Only by 1 point. Third down, red zone, and we score another touchdown. Let's keep the ball rolling here. They've tied it up. Tied it up in the fourth. Oops. And the game is on the line. We need to make a big stop. And it doesn't look like we were able to do it. I'll let it sim. Oh yeah, red zone alert. Tie it up. Good job there. Make the big stop. End of the game drive. Score for the lead. Let's see what they're able to do. And they couldn't do anything. Turn the ball over. End of the game drive. Score for the lead. Don't tell anybody. That's an odd uniform choice. Alright, that might ice us on this kick. It's only a 36-yarder. And they did ice us. Brian Flores iced us. See what we're able to do. Oh man, now I'm nervous because I can't see where it's going. Indoor, I think we got it. Ooh, right down the middle. I guess the Madden screen here is bugging out, but not a bad game at all. Always good to win your first game of the season. Peyton threw for over 350 yards, only 1 touchdown, and he threw an interception. Spread the ball around pretty decent. It looks like this guy Victor Manuel, our tight end, really went off today. So I'd say that was a solid win. Perhaps not as dominant as I might have hoped, but perhaps the Cardinals are one of the better teams this season. Let's just sim to the middle of the season and see how we're doing. I didn't think about this before simulating, but again, this was a 1-year deal with the Falcons, and throughout the first couple of weeks, they might have wanted to try and re-sign us. And so when I simulated, it looks like we did sign an extension for the next 2 years, which is fine because just sticking around for 1 year and then moving a bunch wouldn't be ideal for anybody, really. So it looks like we're locked in through 2033. I think Peyton will be 35, 36, 37 probably through the end of that contract. I'm just happy we're still being able to play football. But here we are into week 9, and the Falcons are 4-3. Which is on the better side of 500. And even though we're leading the division technically, it is still extremely close. In fact, it's a 3-way tie. So let's pop to the playoffs and see how we do. So the Falcons finished 11-5, which I think is Peyton's best regular season ever. And we have the 1 seed? Yes. This is extremely promising. This is awesome. Peyton was 2nd place in passing yards and 7th in passing touchdowns. Holy moly, only 6 interceptions, but 35 tutties. We had 2 wide receivers with 1,000-yard seasons. See, it helps with a good supporting cast. I mean, that's obvious, but here we are against those gosh darn Buccaneers. We'll play the moments and see if we can keep this momentum heading into the divisional round. First quarter drive, simulate, see how we do. It looks like we have to hold them on defense, and we only let them score a field goal. And they get the ball back quickly, and they score a touchdown. So we're down 10-0, 2 scores. This isn't looking good. We're down 3 scores. There's a 2-minute drill. And we're not able to do anything. I mean, no. We know the Buccaneers had a really good defense the last couple of years. Jeez Louise. Man, this is a heartbreaker. I mean, we had such a good regular season. Peyton threw 2 interceptions in our divisional round loss to the freaking Buccaneers. Looks like the Buccaneers made it all the way to the Super Bowl. And oh my goodness. Peyton came in second place for the MVP race. This was definitely a career year for him, and it's a shame that we weren't able to snag that MVP title. However, he did win Offensive Player of the Year. There's also a player on our team who won Defensive Player of the Year. Peyton came in second place for Best Quarterback. We had the best defensive lineman in the NFC, and we had the best kicker. So this team was poised to win a Super Bowl, and they choked. Looks like in the draft, the Falcons got all defensive players. Okay, our 14th season here. Peyton's regressed down to a 93, age 35. But we are coming off a career year for us. The Falcons were the 1 seed heading into the playoffs. Let's see if we can stay consistent, keep the momentum going heading into this season. It's a weird first matchup. It's exactly the same first matchup we had last year. But we'll sim to the mid-season and see how it's going. Heading into week 9 here, we are 6-2, which is awesome. Leading the division. Again, still close, but it's awesome. Only 1 interception after playing 8 games. You know, Peyton's regression doesn't make much sense to me because we just literally are coming off of our career year, proving we're still in our prime, yet our overall is diminishing. Looks like the Falcons made it to the playoffs yet again, 10-6, and we won a division again. That's 2 years in a row. Peyton only threw 4 interceptions. We'll play the moments here against LA in the wild card round. Alright, first quarter drive. Let's see how they do. Looks like we might give up some points. Give up a field goal. We give up a touchdown. It's a 2-score game. We're in the red zone, and we're able to capitalize, which is good. Let's just hold them here. I said hold them. No, they weren't able to do it. We're in the red zone. Alright, just a 1-score game yet again. But we let them score. 2-minute drill. Get some points. Let's see if we're able to. Please. Man, the Falcons are not good here in the postseason. Jeez, we got slaughtered yet again here in the postseason. Peyton had a lackluster game. You know, obviously the competition gets tougher in the postseason here, but getting shut out 2 years in a row like this, you have to question perhaps it's coaching. And again, it's up to the computer to make those types of decisions. Doesn't look like Peyton was in talks for MVP, nor was he in talks for Offensive Player of the Year. I don't even see him for Best Quarterback. So in the offseason during the draft, the Falcons in the 3rd round picked up a quarterback with hidden development, but I'm not nervous. So we are headed into the final year of our contract with the Falcons, and I'm conscious of it heading into the season. However, I'm still going to simulate to mid-season because if the Falcons did offer us a contract extension, I'd want to accept it regardless. I'd hate to keep moving around teams, and we've been consistently making it into the playoffs. So let's just hop to mid-season and see how we're doing this year. Okay, looks like at the midway point, we're at 500, 4-4. Second place of the division, but it's almost like a 3-way tie here. But it's anybody's division. Anybody's. He's in 5th place for passing yards and 2nd place in passing touchdowns. Only 4 interceptions so far this year. I forgot to check when we started this season, but it looks like Peyton is now down to an 89 at 36 years old. And let's see if they offered us a contract deal. Yeah, they extended us another 2 years. So we'll be playing into our late 30s, 38 at least. Let's see if Peyton can keep up those numbers heading into the postseason. What's going on here? I thought we signed 2 years. Did the Falcons not even make the playoffs? What's the deal? Did they cut me? Falcons only finished 6-10. Story of our lives. Wait, now I'm back in a uniform? They want me to retire? I mean, I really don't have any other options here. This is ridiculous. Well, it looks like Madden is forcing me into retirement. This, doesn't make any sense because we're still a high 80s quarterback. Made it to the playoffs 2 of the last 3 seasons. And if you want to think about, real life, how old is Phillip Rivers, who just retired? And if he didn't retire, I'm sure the Colts either would have re-signed him or he would have went to another team. But I guess this series is coming to an end sooner than I might have expected. I don't know if this stuff means anything to anybody, but we finished 12th in the quarterback legacy leaderboard. This career was a sad one. Peyton didn't win a Super Bowl. He didn't win a conference championship. He didn't win an MVP. However, he does have 6 yearly awards. But compared to, I guess, Josh Allen here, we didn't even stack up. Joe Burrow won, I guess, 2 Super Bowls. We can't stack up to that. Didn't come anywhere close to these guys. I'm trying to see how I can look at Peyton's career stats. I can't go into my player. I mean, roster wouldn't have it because I'm not on a roster, right? No, I can't find him. And in stats, yeah, I can't even find him here. Well, I guess we have to put this to rest. Okay, we can view player card. See, retiring at 89 overall. Yeah, and I'm still an X Factor. We get it. I guess I have to put my abilities in? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway. Career stats. Can we see this totaled up? Peyton went to the Pro Bowl 4 times. Was the Offensive Rookie of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year 12 years later. And we can't see these stats added up. I'll at least add up the yards for you guys. So in total, Peyton finished his career with just over 60,000 passing yards, when in reality, he threw for 71,940 passing yards. I wish I could see more of his totaled up career stats so I can compare and contrast to his real life stats, but it doesn't take a genius to know that in this scenario that we played through in this series, Peyton did not come anywhere close to how he played in real life. It'd be difficult for you to argue that Peyton in this Madden series was an all-time great, as he didn't even make it to a Super Bowl, and he didn't win an MVP, which I know those two things are way easier said than done. But, he only made it to 4 Pro Bowls in his, over a dozen season-long career. This was just sad. This was a sad series, and I guess it helped prove to us that if Peyton went to the Chargers, things would not have ended the way that everyone would have hoped. So I wish I could end this series on a lighter note, but I appreciate if you stuck through this journey with us. I hope you learned some stuff, and I hope we piqued your curiosity. I look forward to making another one of these NifL series. Again, if you have a suggestion for an idea of one of those, leave it in the comments, and be sure to check out Best Available Player, NifL.com for more cool content like this.